awards. Then we'll come back to, I don't know if you saw Benzema's what is it called, post on Instagram. I'll put out those numbers and I will challenge those numbers with Lionel Messi's numbers in 2018, 2016 when he lost out in terms of the awards. But then what do you make of the entire awards?
Okay, it affirmed the whole narrative that it's a popularity contest which lost its relevance a very long time ago.
Why?
Very long time ago, because it was a mockery. It's an award that we went to knowing who would win what based on popular opinion. We knew. Everyone was aware.
Why?
Everyone was aware. We are all aware of the fact that, of course, it's obvious that if that season, if it is Ronaldo or Messi who wins the trophy, they win the award. If they don't win the trophy, we look at their goals and we give it to them. And the only time that you had, of course, Ronaldo winning the trophy and winning and scoring most number of goals, that he wasn't able to win, it was because he has left the fold of the empire that will make you win, which is Real Madrid in 2018, which is so obvious.
So why didn't Benzema win? Because Benzema Benzema plays for Real Madrid.
Hear what I said? I said when the two of them win the trophy, they win. If they don't win, then that year we are like, okay, we are not going to talk about the trophies. We will talk about their individual achievements, which has to do with
Lionel Messi deserving of the awards.
I'm coming. I want us to take her from somewhere,
yeah,
so that it will make us understand this whole thing. Yeah. There were a lot of people making us and Ballon d'Or and FIFA best and whatever. Listen, the award has been confusing, and I will just use about a minute or maybe a minute and a half to explain. There was nothing like FIFA best from 1956 to 1990. It was some journalists somewhere in France football, who were trying to vote and pick out their best player in Europe, an European player playing in Europe. So they started with what you call it, Stanley Matthews. Mm-hmm. They came through, so all the winners that were winning were people that were Europeans playing in Europe. So Pele missed out. You had Maradona missing out.
So what the reason they changed the award was because that the year
yes.
Had to
so win. FIFA had no award. The only award FIFA had was the Golden Ball at FIFA World Best or at FIFA World Cup. So in 1990, after the World Cup in 1990, the narrative changed. FIFA were like, okay, the award is always going for. There's an award for European players playing in Europe. So why don't we take one that will be like, okay, every player in the world. Then they started. Then the first recipient was Lothar Matthäus. And so it started that narrative that it is if it is a work, because Lothar Matthäus won it because a season before he had won the World Cup, and it was the World. So it started with the narrative that when you win the World Cup, obviously it should be the world best.
Was the narrative started by the notion of people, or that was the criteria FIFA put out? Because we need to educate very well.
I'm saying that the narrative
by who?
By popular opinion.
Okay.
Not FIFA.
Okay.
But popular opinion.
Okay.
This is word of knowledge.
Okay.
So it started from them. So 91, 92 went through. 1994. What did Romario do? Yeah. Romario was in a Barcelona team that were mauled by AC Milan. They killed them. But he came to the World Cup with Brazil, and they excelled. And Romario was the world best.
Romario Bebe too.
I'm coming. People won the World Cup, and 97, 98. Who was better than Nazario de Lima? That was his first season at Inter Milan. Why check his stats? Zidane was nowhere near. They came into the World Cup. Zidane started first match. Second match, he had a red card. He was out. He didn't play anything relevant in the World Cup. I'm coming. I want to make a point. After you can ask your questions.
Okay.
Then we go to the final. He scores 2 goals, and Zidane is the world best. Nazario de Lima goes on injury for 2 years. And out of that, you had Figo winning. You also had Rivaldo winning. He comes back 2 years of no playing football
with a haircut.
Yeah. And in 2002, he plays 8 matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He's the world best.
And he's the world best. Okay, then we continue.
Absolutely.
People win the world. You had Zidane winning 2003. Absolutely. You had Ronaldinho winning 2004. Ronaldinho himself winning 2005. 2006. Who was Cannavaro? See, 2006, the world best should have been Ronaldinho again. because he took Barcelona, who had not won the Champions League from 1992 or 93 till that time, just because the final he didn't perform, and just because Brazil left out. And obviously, we knew the person they would have given it to would have been Zidane. But obviously, Zidane was out because of what he did. And out of the blue, Cannavaro wins. 2010, we get to the World Cup. Everybody is aware that apart if you want to give the world best to whoever, the person that was giving the award to had a teammate who had won the same number of trophies, had also gone the extra to the World Cup to win the World Cup. And this time we're like, oh no, that narrative has changed. No, now the narrative was that Messi has broken the record of Nazario de Lima of the highest number of goals scored in Barcelona, because it was 47, it was 45, and he made it 47. So Messi the world best, and everybody started getting confused. 2014, this was a German team that had a previous season, had almost half of their players have won a treble. In fact, a quintuple, 5 trophies. Then they come in, they had won their league, won their DAB Pokal, and they get to the World Cup, and they have. This is a team that if you want to give the golden ball, first, second, third should have been them. And you have Neuer, you have Müller, you had Arjen Robben who went to the final, and the world best came. They were like, Cristiano Ronaldo went to the final. He came and he won the La Decima, and he scored 17 goals, the highest number of goals in Champions League. So we should give it to him. What is that? Then we get to 2018. Okay, if this is what Ronaldo does, then 2018 Ronaldo has won another Champions League. What do you call it? Treble. 1, 2, 3. Tripit. So winning it, and then obviously whatever happens. Then we hear that Ronaldo has left Real Madrid. He leaves Real Madrid, and the first award that comes up, UEFA Best, all of a sudden, the Modric, in fact, the UEFA Best is actually for performance in Europe. And in Europe, who won the Auto in Real Madrid? Who was the best player? Obviously, it was Cristiano Ronaldo. And before he realized, he had lost it. And Ballon d'Or, he loses it. And this time, it has changed that, okay, Modric won the Golden Ball. How many Golden Ball winners won the World Best? How many Golden Ball? So I'm trying to tell you that they have confused themselves. They, FIFA, have confused themselves. Okay. Have confused we the people. In fact, there were sometimes, we were just captains. Now they say captains and what do you call it? I want to get, now captains and managers. Now captains, coaches, journalists. Now they are made it captains, coaches, journalists, and fans. So if fans, who has more fans than Messi and Ronaldo? Lewandowski, he is the most unfortunate person. He's lucky he's won it twice. So this FIFA Best, at least between the two, the FIFA and the Ballon d'Or, the reason why Ballon d'Or decided to just, they realized that merging with these guys, we are losing credibility.
Charlie. It's okay.
We are losing credibility.
I am a disciple.
So you see how they do this. You see how they do this.
No, Messi, I'm a
look at what they did between that of Benzema and that of Messi.
I don't think you
they did not look.
Can
see, they have spelled their criteria clear. Ballon d'Or, see, Ballon d'Or. Although now they've brought everyone in, but there's not like fans in Ballon d'Or. Yeah. They have spelled their criteria clearly. Your individual performance and what you did with your club. So if you check the Ballon, there is very little conspiracy and very little any bad thing to talk about. Talk of from Stanley Matthews to the last person. If you talk of probably even Modric or maybe a few discrepancies, but with that of World Best, I've given you about 4 years of the time that they've given their World Best, which has made it so inconsistent. So for me, it is a little continuum.
I think I'm a disciple.
That's a deja vu.
Listen, guys, I don't think you have any questions.